Starting your evaluation plan. In this section, we will create an evaluation plan to help you measure the outcomes you set out in your logic model. Step 2. Create a plan to measure short-term outcomes. Your logic model essentially contains a chain of short-term outcomes which lead to medium-term outcomes. These then contribute to long-term or strategic outcomes. They might look a little like the chain of outcomes here. We are going to help you develop a plan to measure short-term outcomes first. We need to know what the direct impact of your activities are. This is important for a number of reasons. Firstly, if you measure long-term outcomes too soon, you are unlikely to see any change. It's likely many other factors will also contribute to this long-term outcome. We suggest using an evaluation plan like this. A plan starts with your outcomes on the left-hand column. You should collect evidence for your short-term outcomes first. This change might be immediate for people. For example, carers can feel more able to cope after one call to a helpline, or it may take several interventions over time to achieve the change. Now you are ready to set clear indicators that help show when outcomes have happened. Indicators. Indicators are the things you measure to find out whether you have achieved your outcomes. They will give you clues about what kind of evidence you need to collect. Essentially, they indicate that the outcome is happening. Here are some possible indicators for the outcome. People are better able to cope with daily tasks. I can cope. There are people I can turn to. Ability to set goals. Body language or posture. Once you have the indicators, you will be clearer about what kind of data you need to go and collect. Outcomes should contain change words like increase, improve, expand, reduce, or sustain. Indicators, on the other hand, are neutral statements that you will need to measure on more than one occasion. For this reason, we use words like level of, ability to, rather than higher level of or more able to. We want to avoid confusing indicators with outcomes. Usually, we want to measure the indicator at one point in time, perhaps measure a baseline when you first started supporting someone. You would then measure the same indicator again at another point in time, perhaps during a follow-up session, and that will allow you to see if it's gone up, down, or stayed the same. Making indicators useful. Here we summarize our tips for writing indicators. They should be fairly typical of what happens for people you support or engage with. They should be simple but specific, so you know what you are measuring. Indicators guide us towards gathering the right evidence that will show our outcome is happening. Once you have decided on your indicators, only then are you ready to choose or develop a method for collecting evidence, like we have included here. We will cover methods in more detail in the collecting evidence section. For now, it's important to get a sense of the indicators for your outcomes. Exercise evaluation plan. Using the resource evaluation plan template, have a go at writing some indicators for your short-term outcomes. Think about what you are likely to hear people say or see them do if the outcome is happening. What would success look like? Think about examples from your work. What would indicate that the outcome is happening? You will need about 4 indicators for each outcome. At the moment, just focus on the first 2 columns. We are not choosing methods yet. you may be able to come up with some indicators for the medium-term outcomes, especially if you see that change happens with the people you support. That brings us to the end of starting your evaluation plan. If you would like more information about setting indicators, please check out the ESS Support Guide 1B.